Hello, Buzzcocks, my name is HotC and welcome back to Space Age Factorio. Well, last time we constructed this monstrosity of a ship. It's a bit asymmetrical, nothing wrong with it. And we have not tested it out, so main goal today is figuring out, can this ship make its way to Aquilo and back, survive? Do we have the right setup for it? If we look at it in its current state, we are struggling with water because out here in the orbit of Navis there is just not enough of the oxidized asteroids from which we can get water, but I assume that's just a matter of time, and sometime we will have be stocked up on fuel, on water, on everything else. You can see even rockets, we are backlogging up to here, so we are on a good way. However, we need a few things first. One thing is properly preparing what we want to take with us to Aquilo, but then we probably also should research how to get there in the first place. So let's queue that up in front of everything else. And what we have here is basically the initial setup that we need. We need something to construct a rocket launcher. We have the landing pad, we have some robots. We will also need a few solar panels. And solar on Aquilo is terrible, so solar is not an option. What is an option are these heating towers. Let's start with 60, but then we also want to have a nuclear power plant for our power needs. We will need quite a bit of the pipes. We will, let's ship 50 of those. We'll start with 10 turbines for now, because we will not need the full set. But then we also need a few refineries. We can start with 10. We have 100 assembly machines. That should be good for now. We also need chemical plants, I think. Do I already? Yeah, I have them. Let's bring that up to 100 as well, because I think we will need more chemical plants than assembly machines. And I think we need pumps, normal pumps. We have them. And then let's just bring with us some normal material. 500 iron, 400 copper. I don't expect to need that much copper. I think we need a bit of holmium for some of the processing there. We have robots. Do we have roboports? No, we don't have. Let's bring some of those. We have power poles. Yeah, and probably we want to have some fuel there. And we also have some fuel on the ship itself because the ship has a nuclear reactor. So when unloading, we have to make sure to not unload everything. Yeah. I think that should be a good start. So, we did unlock the Aquilo. There's something in here. Aquilo briefing, yeah. So heating tower, heating pipe, ice platform, concrete. We need concrete for the rocket launcher spaceport. That's why we have 2,000 in here. That should be good to start, I think. But yeah. So let's activate this and then we can start loading, and we might see that some of the things cannot be delivered because they are not in the logistic network, but we will figure that out when we get there. We're almost there with loading the spaceship. There are only 3 items that we have a problem with. One are the heat pipes, and they are just slow on the production, so eventually we will get there. Then we have the heating towers, which we are not producing at all. And then we have the holmium plates, where we have 200 on stock, but actually in order to launch a rocket we would need 1,000. So I think here we just can tweak the amount that we store, 1,000 instead of 200, and then we need to set up something for the heating tower. So let's go here. Increase that to 1,000. That should do the trick. And then here we need heating tower. And we need the boiler, and we need stone furnace. So all those have material that we are not supplying. But here we're good. But in most cases we will need things like here, for example, the furnace. And then here we need the heat pipe and this one. And with requesting heat pipes here, that will further put a strain on the production that we have here on this side. And we can see it's just because we do not get enough copper here, because I guess it's all eaten up by these ones, where we are still filling the gap for what we have needed. But with that, it should now only be a matter of time until we are fully stocked and can fly over to Aquilo and set up base there. Finally managed to get all the materials on board. I'm just hoping it is enough. So, while this is the initial spaceship towards Aquilo, it will transition into the Aquilo Express. So let's set this up. We are traveling between Aquilo and Navis, and here we will have a basic setup where we want to have more than 2,000 ammunition. We want to have more than 2,000 rockets, just to be on the safe side, stockpiled. We want to have enough fuel, and we set that at 3/4. This as well. There we go. And then on Aquilo, let's just have it 5 minutes for now, and eventually when we produce things over there, we will change that part. But we probably also want to have supplies to Aquilo. There we have this. Yeah. We also want to have few repair packs. We also want to ship concrete, because basically we have to ship everything. So yeah, that one comes from Navis as well, with a detour. We want to have 100 of those. And we will deactivate this for now. And we can add to that, right? So now we are on the way, and I hope we will make it safely there. should not be that big of a trouble. I think we might have over-engineered this setup. We're traveling at near 200 kilometers per second, and these small asteroids we can deal with no problem, but this is just on the way between Navis and Gleba, where we don't expect anything bigger. The real question is what will happen between Gleba and Aquilo. And here we see the first bigger asteroids, and it takes a few rockets to destroy them. I am hoping, as we are equipped with multiple launchers, this will be no problem. But we will see. It looks like we are using 4 rockets for one of the big asteroids, and we should get that down to 1 rocket. That would be a way better use of our materials. I think at least on the ammunition we are solid there, and at least we have made it to Aquilo without accumulating any damage. And once there, we have to get down and unload. Now that we have arrived here, let's send the spaceport landing pad down and ourselves. And then we can request everything else that we want to ship to the planet, and then basically set up the return trip. So, first things first. We need to make a bit of space. For the landing pad. There. And then... yeah, that was already the first unlock. We will ship a load of things down. Alright, that was a bit too much being sent down. And try to grab most of it so the robots don't have that hard of a time picking everything up. Yeah. Here we go. And then of course let's also empty this out. I will need a bit of that, because I need to craft a rocket silo. Then everything else can go into chests. Yeah, let's grab everything from there. Nice. Oh, could have grabbed the pipes, but while we wait for that, let's clean out a few more of these ice spikes. Make room for the rocket platform. This side. Right, that's quite a bit of ice. Let's shove that in here, and the lithium we have there. Then let's have that here for now. And we will figure out how we tackle this challenge here on Aquilo the next time. So long, goodbye!